Knicks family, what's popping? And it's definitely not the Knicks that's popping. I can tell you that. Very disappointing loss tonight versus the Detroit Pistons in Motown. I'm going to be honest with you. It's hard for me to even get the energy up to do the show tonight. But I'm here, and I'm doing it. Let's talk about the game, man. Let's break it down. We got a lot to talk about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and let's do this thing, man.
That's the thing.
Knicks family, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified anytime I go live, drop a video, or post in my community section, all right? If you're on Sportscaster, follow me on Sportscaster as well. The Knicks go down in Motown to a depleted team. Listen, Derrick Rose was out. Reggie Jackson was out. Blake Griffin, out. These guys didn't even play, and the Knicks went down anyway. I'm not trying to keep rhyming, but it's all about the timing. And it was time for the Knicks to get a win. And we failed. Now we got to go to Dallas and deal with who used to be our holy grail. Now let me chill. I'm going to stop with all the rhyming. I'm not Clyde, but I had to do something to keep my spirits up. You know what I mean? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, you're going to get a chance to see two views, all right? Like I said in the last stream, if you're on a PC, you can do this much easier, right? So if you're on a computer or if you're on a laptop, you have the choice to check out two separate screens, okay? You can watch me and listen to me, or you can listen to the guys in the video chat. Right now in the video chat, we got Who's Mark, we got City for Real, and we got Nate the Great. All right? So you can choose who you want to listen to. If I'm boring you, listen to those guys. They might have something interesting to talk about. So you guys feel free to hold a conversation about whatever topics you feel you want to hold a conversation about. And people who want to check you guys out, they'll have a chance to check you out. All right? So if you're on a laptop, all you got to do is go down to the bottom of your screen, and there's some icons down at the bottom of the screen, down at the bottom of the video. And on those icons at the bottom of the video, there's a little box, and it has two arrows. And when you click on that box, it'll tell you which screen. It'll ask you to choose a screen. Right? You can choose. As a matter of fact, let me just show you what it looks like. That way, you get a better idea of what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And after this, look, I know you want to get to the Knicks game. You don't care about all this junk. And I don't blame you. You know what I'm saying? I want to, but I want to show you just so that you guys can see. So check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm bringing this over here. I want you guys to see this. Pay attention to it because it's, it's a nice little feature that we got going on. All right. So let me pull this up for you. And you can see exactly what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as I get it where I want it. All right. So check this out, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So right now you see me twice. All right. Don't worry. It's going to look like it's off because right now I'm showing you the YouTube video. So don't worry about if it looks off. So what I'm showing you, you see down here at the bottom, this little box? There's a little box down here, and it has two arrows. When I click on the arrows, there's two different videos that you can click on. You can click on the one that says video chat discussion. Click on that, and bam, there's the video chat discussion, and you can listen to the conversations going on in the video chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can go here and you can see and listen to me, or you can go here. All right. So now that you know how to use it, let's get down to the nitty gritty and talk about this New York Knicks team, man. And what we're going to do with these guys, right? Quickly, we'll recap the game and talk about the game, man. Look, the Knicks were playing tight in the first half. You know, listen, offensively, we played well in the first half, I thought. I seen some things that I was impressed with. I seen some things that I thought, okay, maybe there's some stuff that we can do. Maybe we're learning a little bit. And I have some video on it, and I'll show it to you. Right? I felt a little bit better about the offense in the first half. I felt a little bit better about the way that we were moving the ball in the first half. I still felt terrible about the defense, though. Right? I felt we still weren't playing defense. You know what I'm saying? And you're not going to win games if you don't play defense. Julius Randle wasn't playing defense. You know, I got a couple of clips that I'll show you. Not just of Julius Randle, but one of them is Julius Randle. I could have pulled out multiple clips. I didn't have time. Just and one of the clips that I'm going to show you is the entire team does it. Right? But it is indicative of Julius Randle's lack of basketball IQ on the defensive end. And it's really just a simple crashing too hard on the guy that's in the paint and forgetting about the guy that's out at the three-point line. I'll show it to you a little bit later. But there's a lot to talk about. Even though it's a very disappointing loss, man. The Detroit Pistons were depleted. Half of the guys that get normal rotation minutes for the Pistons were not there. And we gave up 122 points? Come on, man. 122 points. Really? What was it? Yeah, 122. 122 to 102. We gave up 122 points, guys. I don't know what we're going to do. And now we go to Dallas. And I know it's not in Madison Square Garden, but still we go to Dallas. Right? And now we got it here. Kristaps Porzingis is playing well. He's averaging 20 points and 8 rebounds a game. So now we got it here. The news reports are going to come out about the Knicks making the wrong decision and trading Kristaps Porzingis and blah, 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 blah. We're going to hear all of that. Mark is smiling right now. He got a big cheese on his face. I'm surprised he's not wearing a KP jersey. If he did that, I'd kick him out the chat. I'm saying Mark is smiling right now. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a newly formed Dallas fan with KP over there. That's cool. That's his man, though. I'm going to give him that respect. You know what I'm saying? But could there not have been a worse time for the Knicks to have to go into Dallas? There couldn't have been a worse time for the Knicks to have to go into Dallas, really. Well, we got to go into Dallas and face the Dallas Mavericks. KP, Luka Doncic, Dallas Mavericks. Coming off, I don't know if this is the worst loss of the season. Sacramento was embarrassing. Tonight, we contended in the first half, then we just totally lost it in the second half. You know, Julius Randle fouled Markieff Morris on that three-point basket. They called a flagrant. I don't agree with the flagrant foul. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. I mean, I guess I have to agree with the foul because Randle, it was a good contest. He contested the shot well. Maybe he was late on the closeout, but he contested the shot well. But then he came down in his space. Can't come down in his space. You got to give the shooter a place to land. He did not give the shooter a place to land. Right? That turned into what that turned into? An 8-point play, whatever it turned into. Right? He hit the three. They called a flagrant. So, of course, they hit the free throw, got the ball back, and then Andre Drummond scores at the rim. 8-point play. We were down 2 at the time. 2. We were down 2 points. 2 points. We gave up 6 points in one play. Game was done after that. Game was done. We were gone. The game was done after that. You know, that's tough, man. That's tough. Tough loss. Really tough loss by the Knicks. Really tough loss. And, you know, I'm disappointed. Really disappointed in this loss. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you know, these guys in the chat right now, they're really quiet. I don't know if they're depressed. I'm pretty sure at some point they'll start having a conversation. Guys, in the video chat, you got to have a conversation with one another. Talk about something, because there's going to be people that's looking in on you to see what you guys are talking about, because they can hear you right now, but they can't hear anything because you're not talking. You know what I'm saying? But I seen Mark on Twitter screaming on Twitter. The only person I know in the universe that no matter what they say speaks in all caps. You know what I'm saying? He can whisper and he'll still be speaking in all caps. I don't get it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's not like people are going to see it any better because you're doing it in all caps, but it is what it is. That's who's Mark. You know what I mean? Mark, let me get your take in the game, man. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, brother. It's on you, man.
You set it all for me, because I want to say this. That first half, feeding into like the last 5 minutes, where Julius gave up 8 points in like less than a minute, that's when we lost the game. I said it right there and then. We lost the game. Because now we was punching back at them, and down two, and we need to stop. Commits the foul. I didn't like that it was an and one, but it is what it is. Got back the ball and scored again.
Now, but okay, I get you. Let me stop you there, because I think we agree on this. Listen, there was a good contest. It was a bad. I don't know if I want to say it's a bad foul call. I mean, a bad, call that. Call. I mean, right. But you know, that's what they do in the NBA now. You know what I'm saying? They even Kevin Knox. I guess when Kevin Knox in that fourth quarter, when he contested whoever it was that he contested, you know what I'm saying? I think it was Langston Galloway. He hit the three and he got fouled. They still called. I guess they called that. Did they call that up top? Did they say that Kevin Knox hit him up top, or did they say that Kevin Knox didn't allow him to land?
That shot went in.
I know, but did they say that Kevin Knox hit him up top, or did they say that Kevin Knox did not allow him to land? Which one?
I think it's more hit him up top, because he did allow him to land. He hit him up top because Lance didn't pull his feet out, but he hit him up.
Right, Langston Galloway started off shooting from behind the 3-point line, but his feet landed inside the 3-point line.
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
Because that first half defense, my God, like the type of deflection this kid, Frank, listen, bro, the game is about 5 guys on the court, right? If your guards are doing a great job up top, whoever supposed to close out the pick and roll, aka Julius, oh my God, Sam, I don't know if he just stands there or he just doesn't care. Sometimes he's just completely lazy to me, because that's how they were just scoring in the paint, and they just kept running the same sequence on him every time. And every time Julius really had to pull up, the defense got out of whack, because about a rotation thing where that play has to be in the spot. That's how the defense is. The play has to be in the spot, and Julius in the back, he has to protect it. He has to. Because RJ doing a great job stealing the ball and disrupting the Detroit offense. People talking about Detroit ran off. They didn't run nothing. They was getting points in the paint.
Oh, they didn't run anything. Yeah, you're right. They didn't run anything.
They didn't run nothing.
They didn't run anything.
They was in the paint. Getting pick and roll. I don't know when people talk about, we seen offense tonight. We didn't see nothing from Detroit. All Detroit had was and one foul, got a lot of calls and a lot of bad pick and roll defense on our hand. Other than that, our guards, RJ and Frank disrupt Detroit somewhat offense they somewhat was running. There was a lot of shots they was throwing up. Even that one in the corner with Marcus, the Thornton kid did put it between his legs and step back and hit a three. There was a whole lot of holy jump shots going in. But other than that, freaking rolling defense was just trash, man. And like I said, Sim, sometimes this is how basketball goes. If your best player, so-called best player, don't show that they care, at least on defense, it's gonna hurt the team because Sim, don't tell me we was not playing hard.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. A lot of times that is the truth. I'm not sure it applies to this team because Randle has not been there long enough to really command that, and hasn't shown or proved that he's the best player. And I'm not even sure that he has that leadership respect from the team to be that he is the best player. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. I understand. You know what I'm saying? And listen, even when it comes down to, I'm watching him and he missed a layup.
Yeah.
The other team is back. Not the other team, but Detroit is back. They're running back.
He was late
and he's jogging back.
That's another thing.
He's jogging back. And I'm like, yo, if you miss a layup, it is your responsibility to bust your ass to get back, to try to get a stop. You know what I mean? It's tough, bro. It's tough.
There's no way RJ, when RJ on the floor, right? Whatever he does, it's to a point when I'm watching RJ, and this is rare, that when you watch a rookie and you do not get upset, it's like he does nothing wrong on the floor other than not making free throws, but that's okay because he got to the line 11 times. As long as I see that activity and you're trying, I give it up to him. But there's something about that kid. You know what we need to do with him? He needs to be at the three because he's better off at the three because he's not good at guarding the twos because they run on screens and he don't have that foot speed. And he's good when he's coming off the wing. So I like him at the three more. I just think, bro, him and Frank need to play 40 minutes from now on. I'll be happy with that because what they do defensively makes me happy about this team because you see it. They kept disrupting it. They got steals, blocks. They was just hogging up the backcourt. And I like the point. I like when you can stop the guards up top more than you can stop the bigs in the paint because most bigs aren't offensively skilled in the paint. So when you can stop guards from penetrating and getting shots, that wasn't happening tonight. A lot of pick and roll dives that was happening, and the foul calling from threes and stuff like that hurt us. So when I saw somebody say, "Yeah, Detroit scored 116," the reason why Detroit scored 116 because if you look at their points, they were in the paint. In their paint.
I hear you, man. I hear it. Hey, all right. Let me get on for a minute. I do want to remind people that if you are on a laptop or a computer, you can choose which screen you want to look at. You can look at the full screen of these guys in the video chat, or you can pay attention to me. All right. And you'll be able to listen to those guys. So, those guys, pretty soon they're going to start having a conversation. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Beanie. We got Beanie here who just joined us. Nate, talk to me,
What's up,
bro.
man?
What's going on, man? Talk to me.
Yeah, so Mark made some good points. The first one I'd probably say is that, Barrett and Lakina by far are our best defenders. I mean, the backcourt's not the issue, and that's usually been in the past. The issue with the defense has been the backcourt. I think the backcourt has been really good defensively. Here's the thing, is that you got to get Randle and Morris out of the lineup together. You got to put one on the bench and you got to put one in the starting line. And obviously, you're not going to put the big guy who makes all the big money on the bench. So more likely, I would probably say it's going to be Morris that needs to go to the bench and bring up Knox. And I'll tell you what, man, a lot of people aren't talking about Knox, but Knox is playing really well. He's shooting the three-pointer at a good clip. He's been aggressive, getting into the paint. His defense has improved. It's not the greatest, but it's gotten better. You need to get him on the starting lineup. I think having two black holes and two bad defenders on the starting lineup is killing us because they know exactly who to attack. It's like when
Yeah.
we had Hardaway on the team, everybody went after Hardaway.
Yeah.
You know, so you gotta shake things up.
Yeah.
And
Well,
this whole thing about us not giving effort on defense and having all these lulls, I mean, if we're gonna win games, man, we gotta stop that. I mean, because we just get in a hole and we don't move. I mean, the ball movement stops. We turn over the ball. We commit stupid fouls. We stop playing defense. We do everything wrong in a sequence that they don't want you to do when you play basketball. I've never seen teams do that. Everything wrong at one point. It's like when one thing goes wrong, it all goes wrong. And maybe it's a sign of a young team. Again, I blame the coach because the coach has got to be more accountable. He's got to be in the face of these players. Too nice of a guy. Too nice. I mean, I don't see that dog in him. I don't think I ever did see that dog in him. But I mean, he's got to be careful because I don't know if these players are taking him seriously.
we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. Look, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, man. I'm just, I'm very disappointed in the team tonight. City, go ahead.
Yo.
Go ahead, City.
Hey, what's up, Sam?
What's going on with you, man?
Hey, I'm feeling you, man. I'm with you, man. I'm disappointed. I've been disappointed for the last 3 games, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And one of the reasons why, I'm gonna tell you this, one of the reasons why is this, right? I'm getting tired of seeing Randle play with his back to the freaking basket. I don't know what's going on with that man, but I can tell you this, damn near almost every, let's just say 1 out of 5 times when he plays with his back to the basket, it's a turnover.
Yeah.
It's a turnover. I'm tired of seeing that.
Now,
you know
they did a better job. They did a better job today of trying to find him. On the move. They did a better job. He still, had some shots where his back was to the basket. Yes, he did. But they did a better job trying to find him on the move. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to pull up a clip or two of that happening. But
Sam, his play with the back to the basket, I am sorry, and I'm rooting for the guy, but I'm sorry, it's been horrible.
I agree with you, bro.
It's been terrible. Like for me, I don't know. I could just be reading in too much to it, but for me, it's unacceptable. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you get a turnover almost every other time when you're playing when you're back to the basket, we just need to stop doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just cut that out because it's not working. And when you see him when he's dribbling and he's trying to get into his moves, he looks awkward, bro.
He does.
He looks funky, slow, and awkward, and that is not what I signed on to, Sam. When we got Randle in here, that is not what I signed on to. I thought his play was going to be better than what it's been. It's still early, so can't fault the man for that. But at the end of the day, it's just not. It's not looking. It's not looking good. It's not looking right.
I feel you. Now, let me say this. I do want to say this. I think the Knicks did a much better job of trying to find Randle on the move. Right? Quick moves to the basket. He did a better job at being more decisive today. 1, 2 dribbles to the basket. That, he had 12 points, 15 points in the first half. But see, in the second half, the offense stalled. I think Randle had 15 points in the first half. In the second half, it stalled. And we got back to that one-on-one stuff. It's like when the game got out of hand, guys stopped believing in whatever they were doing to score the basketball. Because the offense came to, I don't want to say a screeching halt, but it came to a halt in the second half. You know what I'm saying? The guys stopped doing what got them points in the first half. Right? And, that's an issue. That's always going to be an issue when that happens. You know what I'm saying? You got to stick with what got you there. And one of the things that got us there with Randle was that he was catching the ball in a position where he can go to the cup. 1-2 dribble, get to the cup, right? Not hesitating, not thinking, just going and getting it. You know what I mean? And it kept the Knicks moving fast. It kept the team moving fast, right? It kept Detroit on their heels. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about, because I've been talking about this for a couple of days now, or a couple of streams. I've been talking about getting Randle the ball when he's on the move, or in a position where all he has to do is take 1 or 2 dribbles to get to the basket. Okay? So I want you to take a look at this right here. All right? We're gonna break down some film just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little bit. All right? If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? If you like seeing people break down film and stuff like that, I like to break down film. You know what I mean? I like to break it down. I like to talk about it. Right, so we can see some things that's happening. This is the first time this season that I've actually broken anything down. And with the game being so abysmal in the second half, I had some time to pull out some clips. All right, so let's look at what we got on the screen. You see Frank Ntilikina has the basketball. All right, let's go ahead and press play. All right, we get these guys moving. All right, press play. Boom. You see he's handing the ball off to Barrett. Barrett quickly gets the ball to Randle at the top of the key. Randle has the ball here immediately. Let's rewind that real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Immediately, he puts the ball on the floor because he sees a lane. There's no stopping and thinking. He just gets the ball and he goes. Right? Let's let it play. He gets the ball and he's going. Bam. To the cup. Nobody helps. He scores. Now, let's not forget that coming into the game, the Pistons give up. They were giving up 52.4, 52.5 points per game in the paint. So there's a team that's a little bit easier to score a little bit easier to score on them in the paint. All right. Again, let's look at this here. You see our rookie, RJ Barrett, has the ball here. You see Julius Randle hitting that sideline. This is something I was talking with Nate about this last night. Right? That if we hit this sideline, although we don't have a point guard that can really push that ball up the floor, if we can get the ball out, pass the ball up the floor, you know what I'm saying, we can get some transition points. Now, in this particular clip, RJ Barrett's going to dribble the ball up the floor. He's not going to pass the ball up the floor. All right? But he still finds Julius Randle in an advantageous situation with the ball. So let's check it out. Oh, it restarted. We'll get back to it. That's Julius Randle once again going to the basket. Now you see RJ Barrett. He finds Randle. Randle's going to get it. Quick move to the basket. All right, let's stop it right there. All right, we're going to bring that back. You seen it. Quick moves to the basket he took. He didn't stop and wait around for the defense to collapse on him. And listen, this is by design. This was not just, okay, it happened that way. This is by design. Because you'll notice more in this game that Julius Randle he didn't have the ball in his hand trying to run the offense. They left that up to Frank Ntilikina, right, and the guards. They didn't have Julius Randle trying to run the offense. He was able to get the ball in positions where he was comfortable. So they took the ball out of his hands in those positions and let him go ahead and catch the ball on the move in positions where he can go 1-2, bam, get to the basket. Okay, listen, that's all fine and well. But he's got to play defense too, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? He's got to play defense as well, right? If he's not going to play defense, then anything that he does on the offensive side is going to be null and void, right? Anything he does on the offensive side is going to be null and void. I want to show you this as well, because this is another example of good offense. This is the type of stuff that I want to see us doing. And obviously, it's not going to happen every time down the floor. I'm aware of that. Right? But let's take a look at this offensive clip right quick. All right, we're going to take a look at this clip because this is an example of how you can run an offense and get easy baskets for everybody. Okay? We're going to take a look at this clip. It's a real quick clip. You're going to see Frank Ntilikina get the ball to Wayne Ellington. And then Wayne Ellington and Taj Gibson going to play a little game. And you're going to see a lot of man movement, a lot of ball movement, and an easy dunk at the basket. Let's peep it. Well, let me. As soon as I get there, we can peep it. Hold up. I thought we was going to get a chance to peep it, but maybe we're not going to get a chance to check it out. Let's see if I can get it back. Well, I'll get back to it anyway. As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, we were able to create in that first half, we were able to create better offense, move the ball better. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to bring this clip up in just a second so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to bring it back up, you know, because for whatever reason, I was unable to get it to go. Okay? So, here we go. I got it back up, and I'm going to show, we're going to get this thing moving. Again, this is Wayne Ellington. This is Frank Ntilikina is going to get the ball to Wayne Ellington. And then, you know, Wayne Ellington coming off a few screens, he's going to find Taj Gibson. You see, you know, you see Frank Ntilikina here. Right? You see Taj Gibson at the free throw line. You see Bobby Portis setting the screen for Wayne Ellington. Let's take a look at it. All right, let's get it. This is really good offense, ladies and gentlemen. Really good offense. Bam. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. That is what I believe this team can do. Let's look at it one more time. You see, Frank gets the ball to Wayne Ellington, gives it to Taj, sets the screen for Portis. If Portis was open, you could have found him, but it wasn't. Bam. That's the type of stuff, ladies and gentlemen, that I want to see from this team. I understand it's not going to happen every time down the floor. And I don't expect it to happen every time down the floor. Not at all. I don't expect that to happen at all. Not every time down the floor. But it can happen. That was really good offense. That was a really good offensive possession. You know what I'm saying? And it's the type of thing that I want to see more and more often. You know what I mean? Things like this here. Let's take a look. I talked the other day to Nate about pushing the ball up the sideline. This is the way that we can create some early offense. This is the way that we can push the ball without having a point guard that pushes the ball. All right, let's take a look. You see right now already, you see Julius Randle. Right, you see Julius Randle right here has the ball. All right, let's get this thing moving. He gets it up, bam. You see it right here. He pushed the ball up to the sideline. Now, this is what I was talking about with Nate the other day. Push the ball up the sideline. If your point guard pushes the ball up the sideline, then your big man trailing the play can set the screen. In this case, Julius Randle pushed the ball up the sideline, right? And I'm going to rewind it. Julius Randle pushed the ball up the sideline to R.J. Barrett, and then he goes and sets the screen for R.J. Barrett. All right? Boom. Sets the screen. Pause it right there. He sets that screen. What happens when he sets the screen? R.J. Barrett is looking to attack. He gets inside, goes to the line. That's good offense, right? That's when I talk about pace. You see, in that play, that particular play right there, that was pace. Not the fact that we just got a shot up. That was pace, ladies and gentlemen. We played with good pace. We got the ball up. Julius Randle came right up, set a screen for R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett went to the basket. That's playing with good pace, not just throwing a shot up in the air. That's playing with good pace. It was good speed. It was good tempo. Those are the type of things that this team can do. And it is the reason why we did well in the first half offensively. It's the reason we did well in the first half offensively. You know what I'm saying? Because we did a good job. We did a very good job of running the offense, running something, doing something with the ball, utilizing each other. And listen, I'm gonna say this, and Wally Zerbiak said it at the end of the game. Taj Gibson, or maybe it wasn't Wally Zerbiak. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just something I read on Twitter, but I agreed with it. That Taj Gibson does a very, very good job setting screens. A great job setting screens. And that Mitch needs to learn from Taj Gibson, about setting screens. And I agree. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Guillermo just joined us in the chat. We got Beanie. I'm going to get to Beanie. Haven't got a chance to talk to Beanie. Guillermo and Mark are having a conversation, so you guys can check out the second screen so you can hear what Guillermo and Mark are talking about, ladies and gentlemen. All right, see, that's the luxury of this second screen here. Check out that second screen so you can see what these two guys are talking about. They're having a very good conversation right now, and you might want to check it out. Got a super chat. Let me get to a super chat. All right, talk to these guys. Let me see what's up with you guys. Big shout out to you guys for being here with me, man. You guys, a lot of you guys were on late with me last night. Now you're here with me tonight. I appreciate you guys. All right, couple of super chats. Big shout out to Justin Smith. Thank you for the super chat. He said, isn't it better to just lose with the future young guys than the one-year rentals? At least they will gain experience and see what can be. The only thing I'll say is, Frank's playing, RJ Barrett's playing, Knox is playing, Mitchell Robinson is playing, Dennis Smith Jr., if he was here, he would be playing. So a good number of our young guys are playing. The only two young guys that really aren't playing, well, three young guys. I don't know if you count Dotson in the young guy group or not. If you're really talking young guys, you're talking about Alonzo Trier and Iggy who aren't playing. The other guys are playing. Someone's not going to play. Right? I hate the fact that Alonzo Trier isn't getting playing time. Iggy, I'm not sure he's quite ready. I see him on the floor in those crunched blowout situations, and I'm not exactly sure yet. We'll see. But listen, I'm not even going to get into this thing about Zoe. Not even going to get into it. Famos, thank you for the super chat. He said, we need a defensive big who can play 30 minutes. Unfortunately, Mitch doesn't seem capable. That's true. He doesn't seem capable to play 30 minutes at a high level right now. Our two biggest needs are a defensive big and a real coach. Keep doing your thing. Shout out to the chat. Coach of Frank. Hey, Frank Ntilikina came through and played big time tonight. He played some basketball, man. And look, his stats ain't going to blow you away. You're not going to be like, oh, man, Frank Ntilikina dropped 30. He dropped 40. Nope. It's not going to. Nope. That's okay. He had what? He had 11 points. Played tremendous defense, 3 or 4 blocks, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Frank played a heck of a game. Heck of a game. His defense was incredible tonight. Too bad the rest of the team couldn't match the same intensity that Frank was bringing to the game. Too bad. I wish that they could. I wish that they could. So like I said, offensively, in the first half, we were okay. Defensively, we were horrible. Let's take a look at some of the numbers behind the game, and then I want to break down and show you some things defensively, and then I want to talk to you guys, man. I want to talk to Beanie. It looks like Beanie jumped out. I want to talk to Gizmo. I want to talk to Gizmo. Find out what you guys think about this game, man. When I get a chance, I'm going to open up the lines for you to call in 516-405-2246. All right, I'm not taking calls at the moment, but I will definitely get to those calls, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we're going to look at some of the numbers behind the game. All right, we're going to look at some of the numbers behind the game. Thank you. I seen Crazy Dog, I think it was, who said the dual camera is pretty dope. Yeah, thank you. Hopefully, maybe I'll do this every show. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how it works out. I'm testing it out right now just to make sure everything is good. You know what I'm saying? But yes, you said the dual camera setup is fire. I hope so. Make sure you guys check out what those guys are talking about, man. That sometimes they have some good conversations that I don't want you guys to miss out on. right? So let's go ahead and let's break down this game. And if you're new and you're not sure what the dual camera setup is, basically it's this. If you're on a laptop or you're on a computer, down at the bottom of your screen, when you click on, you hover your mouse over top of the video, and down at the bottom of the screen, there's a little box that has a two-way arrow. You click on that box and you'll see two choices come up of which screen you can you choose, which screen you want to watch. Right? And you can listen to the guys behind the scenes, or you can listen to me. All right? And I'll throw the link in there for the mobile users. I'm gonna do that in just a minute. All right, so the mobile guys can check it out too. All right. And listen, YouTube, you got to get your app straight, man. Get your app up so that people that want to check out the other screen can check it out right from the mobile device. Come on, YouTube, what y'all doing? If you're gonna have this feature, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do it all the way. Gotta do it all the way. All right, so I'm gonna try to get this link up for you guys in just a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, let me go ahead and go through the look at the stats behind the game, because I know some people want to check out the stats behind the game. All right, let's bring this on over here. Looking at the stats behind the game, ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks lost the first quarter 33-25, and it was apparent right there to me. I felt it. Even in that first quarter, I was like, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to defend these guys. Tony Snell jumped right out the bat. Tony Snell, what he scored, the first 5 points of the game? Right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, Tony Snell. But I figured, okay, maybe he's just, off to a good start. But he opened it up for the Pistons. Of course, Andre Drummond doing his thing, is definitely a problem. And we're going to look at some things defensively with Andre Drummond as well. The Knicks won the second quarter 34-31. Defensively, listen, Fizdale always had R.J. Barrett or Frank Ntilikina in the game, which is a smart thing to do. Always had either one of those guys in the game. That's what you have to. You got to do it. I talked about that a couple of streams back. You got to do it at this moment in time. Right, the Knicks won that second quarter 34-31. All right, third quarter, the Knicks lost it 32-26, but that third quarter is where the Knicks lost the game. Defensively, we didn't get it done. Right? Of course, down 2, you get the 6-point play. The 6-point possession. Julius Randle fouls Marcus Morris at the 3-point line. He gets the flagrant 1, which was undeserved. Marcus Morris knocks down the free throw. And then, because there was a flagrant 1, the Pistons get the ball back. They score 2 points. A 8-point possession. I'm sorry, 8-point possession. 6-point possession. Yeah. A 6-point possession. And then the Knicks go down 8. Obviously, in the fourth quarter, the Knicks had nothing. They lost the fourth quarter 26-17 to lose the entire game 122-102. 102. They gave up 122 points to the Pistons, a team that was depleted of a lot of their talent. The biggest lead the Knicks held was 3. The biggest lead from the Pistons was 25. Now, you might look at some things. Like I said, offensively, the Knicks played better. But still, they only had 30 rebounds tonight. Obviously, Mitchell Robinson went out with a concussion, and I hope he's going to be okay. He got hit pretty hard in the jaw and the temple area, whatever it was. Hope he's going to be okay. Mitchell Robinson went out with that concussion. That affected the game. Even with him out, in that third quarter, we were still only down 2 until that 6 points play. The Knicks, like I said, 30 rebounds. We had 24 assists tonight. Although the Detroit Pistons dwarfed us in assists, and we'll take a look at that. You see it on the screen. We had 9 steals, 4 blocks, only 13 turnovers. The Knicks shot 48.8% from the field. They shot 44% from 3. And only shot 61.9% from the free throw line. We've got to do something about this free throw line big time. The Pistons had 43 rebounds tonight, right on their average. Andre Drummond didn't have his 20 rebounds, but he averages 20 rebounds, and the rest of the team averages 22. Well, they had 43 rebounds, right on their average. They had 37 assists. 37 assists. The Pistons had 37 assists tonight. That means they were getting out in transition, which they were. They were moving the basketball on us. And it's not because they can do anything special. It's because the Knicks' defense is terrible. It's terrible. So many bad defensive principles that we display. Bad defensive principles, man. It's terrible. And by the way, the Knicks had 4 blocks. 3 of them were from Frank Ntilikina. The Pistons had 7 steals, 1 block, 16 turnovers. The Pistons shot 55.7% from the field, 50% from 3, and 79.2% from the stripe. Not a good defensive game for the Knicks, man. Not a good defensive game at all. And for a team who claimed, what they say, we're going to be dogs, right? We're dogs. Come on, man. That's not what we look like right now. We don't look anything like dogs. You know what I'm saying? We look like kittens out there. We look like kittens. Julius Randle tonight, he had 20 points. He was 53.3% from the field. Offensively, maybe he got going a little bit, at least in the first half. Like I showed you. The Knicks found him on the move, found him in positions in the first half where he only had to take 1 or 2 dribbles to the basket. In the second half, he did a little bit more, trying to post up, grind it down. Obviously, it didn't work. But Julius Randle had 20 points. He only had 3 rebounds tonight, 2 assists, and 4 turnovers. Marcus Morris tonight playing against his brother. He had 18 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 turnovers. Mitchell Robinson, who went out in the first half with a concussion. And if they're following the concussion protocol, he may miss a few more games. He could miss a week or two, trying to recover from a concussion. Mitchell Robinson only played 7 minutes. He had 6 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. But let me say this, Mitchell Robinson was, up until that point, was having a pretty good game. Right? He had, like I said, 6 points and 4 rebounds in those 7 minutes. He was having a pretty good game. The Knicks were finding lobs to him at the basket. Looks like something maybe they've tried to add into their offense. Frank Ntilikina, he played 38 minutes. He had 11 points, 5 for 7 from the field, 1 rebound, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal. He also had 3 blocks. And it's funny, when you look on here, they got Frank Ntilikina listed as shooting guard. Now, usually, this is where the team lists these players. Just paying attention to it. R.J. Barrett, he played 33 minutes tonight. He had 15 points, 4 for 12 from the field. He was 6 for 11 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 8 assists for R.J. Barrett, 3 turnovers, 2 steals. Kevin Knox played 26 minutes. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds. Bobby Portis played 20 minutes but didn't do much of anything for us. He had 3 points, 5 rebounds. Wayne Ellington played 14 minutes. Taj Gibson played 21 minutes. He had 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Looking at Detroit, we'll just highlight a few Detroit players. Tony Snell had 24 points tonight. He was 9 for 9 from the field. Markieff Morris had 22 points. He was 7 for 11 from the field. Look at how many of these guys shot well. Andre Drummond had 27 points, 12 rebounds. He was 75% from the field. Andre Drummond also had 7 assists. 7 assists, ladies and gentlemen. Luke Kennard had 12 points. Bruce Brown, keep wanting to say Bruce Bowen. Bruce Brown had 9 points, 6 assists. Langston Galloway had 13 points. The former Knick had 13 points and 6 assists. Christian Wood had 7 points. Thon Maker was scoring on us in the first half, knocking down threes, getting into the lane. He had 7 points. Svi, I can't even say his last name. He played 15 minutes, didn't do much. Anyway, That's the story of the game, folks. That is the story of the game. Please give me a call, 516-405-2246. Give me a call, ladies and gentlemen. I want to hear your take. How are you feeling right now? Because this was supposed to be a soft stretch for the Knicks. Right? This was supposed to be a soft stretch where we'd be able to maybe even up our record or maybe get on top. Well, even up our record, let's say. This was supposed to be a soft stretch. Surely did not turn out that. It's not turning out that way. My hope was that we went 6-2. Now, we'd have to go 6-0 to be 6-2, and I don't see us going 6-0. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I don't see us going 6-0. You know what I mean? We play Dallas next. I don't see us beating Dallas. Now, I did say last night that I didn't see us beating the Pistons. But I didn't see this happening either. I thought it would be a tighter game, a closer game. I didn't see this happening. Let me get to a phone call real quick. Caller, you on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping? It is what it is right now. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the Knicks. But, what's up with you, brother? Oh, 1 second. Hold up. 1 second. 1 second.
Team in the league. I mean, I'm not even exaggerating.
Do me a favor. Start over, because they couldn't hear you. I accidentally had you muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, my bad. I was just saying.
No, that's my bad. That's my bad.
We have literally Knox, Randle, and Portis. So to me, those are the three biggest problems on the team. Defensively, they give us zero chance to stop anyone. The Nates and Knox is getting better on defense. Defense is terrible. He gets terrible. It's not just him. It's Randle. It's Portis. Those three. They give us no chance to play any solid defense whatsoever.
Mm.
To me, that's the biggest problem of the team. Those three when they're on the floor. We can't stop anything. Frank did great. He took out that point guard Brown. He was playing well. He took him out of the game. Kennard early in the game. He up and down, but when you got Knox, Randle, and Portis out there, it's embarrassing how bad those three are in defense, man. It kills us every game.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
I don't think it's principles or culture. I don't think you can put Popovich with those three. They're just terrible, terrible defensive players. I don't think anything's going to change it. I don't. It is what it is, I think. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the IQ or the defensive instincts or the footwork or, the quickness. They just don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got Mitch and Frank and Barrett out there. You see the defense. It's awesome, man. You can just see the huge difference, when those two are on opposed to the other three. They're like turnstiles with Randle, Knox, and Portis on defense. It's embarrassing, those guys. Really
I feel you, man. Hey, you know what? Listen, it's up to Fizz. It's up to Fizz to do something. I don't know. It's up to Fizz to do something. So we're gonna figure. Hopefully, we can figure that out. Hopefully, we can figure it out.
Kevin Knox, his best position to me, he should be a stretch four, but we just signed a power forward, so he's not going to get to play the four, which to me I think is his best position. Biggest mismatch offensively, defensively would help because he doesn't have to guard quicker threes. You know what I mean?
Nah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
I feel you. I mean, I hate to tell you this, but I'm already watching Cole Anthony's games and Anthony Edwards. I hate to say it so early.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that yet, man. I can't do it yet. I can't do it yet. I'm not ready for it yet. You know what I'm saying? I still gotta try to ride out with these guys. I'll start looking at I'll see where we are when we get to February and start looking at that. But right now I gotta ride out with my guys. And the young guys that's on the team, RJ Barrett, I think they deserve our respect. right? They
Yeah.
deserve our respect
Yeah.
to look at them and root for
Yeah.
them and that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm always watching every Knicks game. I'm sitting back on, like, I'm checking out on, these kids because, like I said, we're gonna have a shot at being in that area we were last year, man. Not saying I wanted that to begin the year, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you,
I
man.
mean, Mitch got that concussion. If he's not back, KP on Friday, oh boy, if we think we're gonna guard him with Boris and Knox, I mean, oh man, he's gonna go for 40 against us. I mean.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean,
We'll see. Hey, man, I appreciate the call.
All right, man.
I know some other
Thanks,
people
bro.
want to call in. Appreciate the call. Call you on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
How you doing, man? This is Marcelo Nunez, long-time suffering Knicks fan. How you doing this evening?
I'm getting through it. Disappointed, of course, but I'm getting through it.
Listen, man, I know it's bad to have a crazy turnover in coaches, man. But honestly, the way we've been playing these last couple games, I feel it's just been horrible on offense and defense. See, check it out, man. I think we have good, solid veterans and nice young people. But the way we play is garbage. Now, we're supposed to have a floor general in Alfred Payne. I think this eventually comes down to the coaching. And I know there's a great X and O's coach out there named Lawrence Frank. How come nobody ever talks about him? I remember what he did with the Nets when he fired Scott. What are your thoughts, man?
I mean, I'm not ready to fire Fizz right now. You know what I mean? I know, he's not a perfect coach. But there's still a lot of things. There's still a lot of player development, and that needs to happen with a lot of our guys because we still do have a lot of young guys. We don't have a perfect roster, and Scott Perry, Steve Mills, and everything. They're gonna have to
get fired. That's what we do, man. You got to perform in New York City, and I think he's actually really built for this, man. Because when he was in New Jersey, he was doing great things, and he was under the spotlight with Jason Kidd and all them. I think he'll get Alfred Payne, who I think is a smart point guard, and the guys playing the right way, man. Field plays on defense and offense. I'm just saying, I think he's the answer, whether we get him this season or next season or as an assistant X and O's guy to Fizdale. I just had it, man. This is somebody I'm looking into. Maybe we get Scott Skiles to come back. I think he's in Europe or something because he's a former point guard and he's tough as nails. And he'll just get in people's grill, man. You'll get them playing the right way, man. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, man. I get it, bro. I definitely get it. And listen, I'm not saying, obviously there's a lot of things that I see with Fizdale where I'm like, oh man, he needs to do this and do that. But I'm just not ready to say, because you don't know what he's saying in the locker room. You don't know what they're trying to emphasize in practice. All I can do is speculate from what I see on the court. So yes, it's very true that we don't know what's happening there. But if it continues, if we get into March, April, and it looks like we're going to have 17 to 20 wins again, then yes, people are going to really look at Fizdale. I'm going to look at, I'm already watching and looking at Fizdale, but people are going to look at him and say, you had better talent and you didn't get the job done. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Because what about our rotation, man? What do you think about moving Marcus Morris to the power forward and having Julius Randle just be like a gunner off the bench, man? We moved Kevin Knox to the 3, man. I think that's exactly what we need, man. Because if Marcus Morris balls out against these small forwards, I think he's quick enough to just continue his offense against the power forwards and keep up very well against these power forwards and help us with the rebounding. And then Julius Randle could do his thing off the bench. Honestly, I think that's the best course of action.
Listen, you might be right. I don't think they're gonna put Julius Randle on the bench. He was the key offseason acquisition. You know what I mean? So I don't think they're gonna put him on the bench.
That's true.
But
But let's not forget what Sam Cassell said. I believe it was Sam Cassell who said years ago, it doesn't matter who starts the game. It matters who finishes. We're going to need Julius Randle, offense at the end of the game. So, I don't think, ego should be an issue. You got to be professional. Look what Dwight Howard's doing over there in L.A. coming off the bench, even though he does different things. He finishes games, and it helps us win. Well, them win.
Nah, I feel you, man. I feel you. And we're going to be watching Fizdale really close to see what kind of adjustments he makes. I know they're scrambling for something right now to try to really listen.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much,
thanks,
when you look at before the season and people were like, yeah, this team can get 30 to 35 wins. Even based on that 30 to 35 wins right now, we're underachieving. You know what I mean?
Big time.
So he's definitely, the spotlight is on him. The spotlight is clearly on him,
I mean, I just feel like that Fizdale is just not getting the job done.
Yeah, okay.
And that's just facts.
I can't argue with you. I can't argue with you.
When you come to New York, you understand you got to produce immediately, especially after like almost 2 decades of losing. These fans are desperate. We're desperate for a winning team, man. We had like one winning season like 6-7 years ago with that mixtape team, and you know what? That's not enough. We need something done.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. All right, let me get you a couple more phone calls. All right.
All right, man. Thank you for
Appreciate
taking my
the call, brother.
You have a good night, man.
The call. Yep, no doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember, if you are on a laptop or if you're on a computer, you can go to the bottom of your screen where there's a little symbol that looks like a luggage. It looks like a briefcase, and it has a double arrow. You can click on that, and you'll get 2 options. You can watch me, or you can check out the guys in the video chat. All right. If you are on a mobile device, then you'll have to click the link that I just put in the chat. You click that link, and you'll be able to check out what's going on in the video chat. Take one more phone call, and then I'm going to get to the guys, talk to a couple guys in the video chat. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Yo, Sam, what's up?
Hey, Kareem, what's going on? I seen you trying to get in the video chat, and I thought I had let you win, and then I seen that I didn't. So you come on back in. But what's going on with you, bro?
It's okay, Sam. You don't care about me. It's cool, man. No, man. I'm telling you, man. I was watching the game, and I had my friend laughing at me. My friend is actually from Chicago.
Uh-huh.
I was going through it, man. The team started off well. I like the ball movement. I would say that Mitch going down hurt us.
Yeah.
Then it was open season in the paint. Our field goal percentage wasn't bad this game, but we keep leaving that free cheese out the line, man.
Oh my God, I know, man. It's killing us, bro. It's killing us. It's killing us, man.
Doing that.
Yeah. It's killing us, man. And I do want to say congratulations to you, man. My man Kareem, for you guys that don't remember, back a while ago, a few weeks ago, we had a RJ Barrett rookie card contest. Kareem won the rookie card, so hopefully it's worth something to you in a few years, man. Hopefully, it comes through and it's worth a little bit of something.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I actually came out. It's like, this Kareem? I'm like, yeah, you won something. Wow. I was actually still watching them practice at the time, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, and then we had somebody else. I don't remember who it was. Somebody else also won the RJ Barrett rookie card. And I might get a couple more in that I'm going to give away as well, so you guys just pay attention to it. So what do we got to do? I mean, what's the solution, man?
Well, I actually I would like to be fair as well. Like, a lot of times we get into this, like 0 to 100 mode with Fire Fizdale. Like, let's start with this. We got 1 point guard. So, we got not only do we have 1 point guard, we got a tight rotation on a team in which our strength is us being a deep team. So that's just it's like those things play a part. So honestly, we need Payton to get healthy and Frank is doing a great job, but he can't play the 48 minutes.
Right.
Also, Randle has to snap out of it. Whatever mental funk he's in, snap out of it, man. Figure it out. We need you.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I think he played a little bit more natural today, I think, on the offensive side in the first half. He wasn't asked to do too much, with the basketball and things like that, But let's talk about the defense, man. What do we do about this defense? I'm about to bring up a couple of videos to talk about the defense. What do we do about the defense?
Oh man, it's like our 3-point defense has been horrible, especially in the second half of games. Like this game reminded me of the Boston game with the ball movement. The only thing we weren't in the game in the second half like we were in the Boston game. And what these teams are doing, and I don't know if anyone noticed this, they kept switching off of Barrett and Frank and getting a mismatch with our bigs that don't play defense well and had a field day. So teams are using these pick and rolls and screens to get a favorable matchup against us. And we got to fight through these screens.
Right.
So we don't switch. We don't get switched, down the stretch.
Yeah, the switching is obviously an issue, man, for this team. The switching is an issue. Another thing that's an issue for this team is the way that we defend, the way our off-ball help. A lot of times we are just too deep in the paint. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to have some interviews coming up soon, ladies and gentlemen, David Fisdale and whomever else. But so many times our off-ball, our help side defense is just not good. It's too deep in the paint. Our rotations, we turn our back to our man. Just a lot of things that aren't good, with our help side defense that I'm going to spotlight in a minute.
I definitely agree, man. It has to tighten up. One thing I can say is I like the ball movement this game. Like the ball movement was there, and like you said, Taj Gibson, we need him to set those screens. Like here's what I don't get. Like he hasn't been playing, so but it's like, listen, we're short-handed in the one position, and also, of course you're gonna have instances where Frank is in the 2. And you got, Barrett playing the 1 or however it may be. It's time to expand this rotation. We're not going to get it done with 8 men right now. We got 2 down in that same position. This rotation has to open up.
Yeah, I agree with you. Hey, you can come back and join us in the chat, man. Listen, we got 2 screens going on, so you guys can listen to what's going on behind the scenes in the chat, and then you guys can also choose to listen to me. So it was a good thing. So why don't you join us back in the chat, because I'm sure some people want to hear you.
All right, I got you, definitely.
Appreciate
it.
All
right, I'm gonna join now.
Peace.
All right, thanks.
Big shout out to Famous. Thank you for the hot dog sticker, and my man Mighty Knicks. He gave me a unicorn sticker, man. I'm not feeling the unicorn sticker, Marty. I'm not going to lie to you, man. You're doing that for Kristaps Porzingis. I know that's what it is, man. I don't know why you're doing that to us, bro. You're hitting us with that. It's not cool. Guys in the video chat, I'm going to be coming to you soon, all right? I'm going to take one more phone call, and then I'm going to break down a video on the defense and the gizmo on coming to you. Caller, you on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Hi, how you doing? Just calling in regard to the game, and I just want to say you on point. Everything you were talking about, Fizdale, I think it's time for a coach change. I hate to be the dysfunctional group of the NBA with the coach changing and stuff like that, but you gotta call it when we see it, man. Everything you're saying is on point. Everything you spoke about is now happening. If you can I understand you're a coach, you know the game better than I do, and everything you have said is coming to fruition. It's right. It's happening right in front of us. Just like how you was just breaking down how Julius Randle should play.
Mm-hmm.
That's starting to happen. Why is Kevin Knox having limited minutes? He was our top rookie. He's the young gun. He's the best shooter. Even Clyde is saying he's one of our best shooters. Kevin Knox is deferring to all these guys. Now they got him as a spot-up shooter hitting threes, and you can see he's just trying to be part of the team, so he's being more tentative in what he does. But Kevin Knox needs to be unleashed just like Barrett is being unleashed. I don't like that. You clearly see the favoritism. And sooner or later, if we continue to lose the way we're losing and the game's going the way it's going, we're going to have turmoil because R.J. Barrett, I love him. I like what he's doing, but I think Kevin Knox should have the same opportunity. And I understand why Trey was on the bench all night. It just doesn't make any sense.
I hear you, man.
Make any sense.
Yeah.
It really don't make any sense. I think this guy's not a good coach. I'm sorry. Maybe he needs time to get it together, but it does. But everything is just wrong. First of all, you got the team. They're claiming who they are, and that's not how it goes. You have to be proof. They're saying they're dogs, and they're not playing like dogs. You gotta walk the ball. And I'm just tired of it. I'm a die-hearted Knicks fan. I've been around ever since, and I'm watching the games in Florida. That's how much I love the Knicks, and I catch up on YouTube with you to get more insight into what's really going on, just to keep the Knicks culture going. And I mean, I'm losing it slowly but surely, man. I'm just tired. Why the greatest city in the world is getting ganked by all these people coming in, say they could do this and do that, and taking for granted our basketball knowledge like it's stupid, like we can't see what's going on. Like, what is it? The garden sells itself, so we don't really need a good team? I don't understand. I really don't.
I feel you, bro. You know, and hopefully James Dolan, those guys don't take it that way. I don't think they do. You know what I mean?
It's
yeah.
It's obvious. It's the same thing over and over. It's just simple things. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And Marcus Morris, he's a great player. I like him. He got hard. He doesn't fit this team, man. I'm sorry to say. You need a good veteran with their head on their shoulder amongst these kids. Not Marcus Morris. Yes, he's a good player, but it doesn't coincide with what we got going on. We got young kids that we're saying of the future, and they need playing. What are they going to learn from Marcus Morris? How to be tough? Can't be that tough. He's getting technical when we're down, he's slamming the ball. And then when he took Marcus Morris out the game and put Knox in the game with, what's the kid from Fort Greene? When that unit came in, they were playing and they were moving the ball. You just showed all that. Everything, as soon as Marcus Morris came back, it got back to a little bit more stagnant. Julius Randle had a great first half. Now we see the culprit. It's not Mitch need to be out. It's Marcus Morris need to be out. Julius Randle was moving. He was willing to participate. The 1-2 dribbling, going to the hoop. All that was going on. And the minute Marcus Morris, yes, he's going to get buckets, but he's getting buckets on his own. He's a fake Melo. I actually think we should bring Melo back. Now I really miss Melo. That's offense. He's instant offense. These guys ain't instant offense.
Hey, bro. Hey, do me a favor,
we
man.
Knocking Melo. We're knocking. I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to cut you. But we gave Melo a hard time, man. That guy put the ball through the hoop, man. He just never had these kids around him. And the minute we got him done, we let him go because we think he's Melo don't ruin nobody. Melo made Porzingis better.
Okay, all right. Hey, my man, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get to some other phone calls. I definitely appreciate everything you had to say, bro. A lot of good stuff there, my man.
All right, man.
All right, man. Peace.
Good show. Keep it up.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get to my man Mark. I see Mark got something to say. I'm gonna get to Mark real quick, and then after I get to Mark, I'm gonna break down some of this defensive stuff that I don't like. All right. Go ahead, Mark.
What was the last topic you were talking about? I want to harp on anything anything you was talking about, or whoever called talked about.
Well, we really was just going over, at this point, people were just kind of letting off some steam. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get into the defense, though.
I want to say one thing, right? Because people got to understand this team, right? When we fight back into games, right? We have one shot, one chance, like a shotgun. Your last bullet. So when we fight back into games like this, like we did tonight before at the end of the third quarter, blunder, it's gonna be hard for us to score because we don't have a bucket getter. Meaning that when someone has someone on the other side that can score at will, you have to match that. Can't match a lot of teams' offense, and that's our problem right now because again, we're not making our threes. We're not even making our inside shots. Like we get to the basket and we miss a lot of inside shots.
We do. Bobby Portis is a big culprit. Yeah, Bobby Portis is a big culprit of that. He misses a lot of shots inside. I do not know why, but he misses a lot of shots inside.
And Sim, this is the thing Randall got to understand, right? When you're going into the paint and you're going to score, he cannot, like when he beats the guy off the dribble, he cannot stop and then double pump. But then you allow them to contest your shot and even block your shot, and then he tries to bruise people to score on them, and that ain't gonna work. And that's gonna hurt us every time because when they do collapse on him, there's plenty of players where I saw when he get collapsed on, there's open players ready for the shot. But I'm like, yo, just fling the ball. Just fling the ball. Because again, he can help us get other people better shots because he's the only one that's getting double teamed to an extent. And he has to understand, bro, you don't always have to score. You can impact the game in other ways. That's my problem with it. If he wants to go to the next level, not just scoring, bro, with him. It's just he has the ability to get rid of the ball sometimes when it's necessary. Because you hurt our
That's the way the NBA now, man.
And it gets stagnant. And when it gets stagnant like that, Marcus Morris to get stagnant with you. You don't want him to get stagnant with the offense because they're going to go one-on-one, and then guys like Knox, Frank, and somewhat RJ is going to get hurt by it.
I hear you, man. I hear you. But I wanna focus on the defense for a little bit.
Yeah, break that down because it was a defense night. It wasn't offensively.
It was definitely defense tonight. The Knicks shot well from the floor. In the first half, the offense flowed better. We still only scored 102 points. We averaged 99 points on the season. We still only scored 102 points because in the second half, the offense stalled, right?
Yeah, but we kept the game in with defense, though. And the only reason why it went off the rails because on defense.
Because of the defense, right. It went off the rails because of the defense. You know what I'm saying? And there were things in the first half. See, in the first half, our offense kept us in it. But then in the second half, a lot of things that we were doing in the first half when we stopped scoring, it really came to light and it really showed. You know what I'm saying? There were a couple things that I looked at in that spotlight and I'm like, yeah, this is going to come back to bite us. All right. And, one of the things is how bad we, as a defense, and we do this as a whole as a defense, ladies and gentlemen, we commit too much. And then we turn our back to open shooters. We can't see it. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, and some people disagree with me. These are some things that I believe as a coach and as a coaching staff you can fix. Players have habits, but I believe you can fix these things as a coaching staff if you teach them and if you enforce it. You know what I'm saying? But you've got to teach it and you've got to enforce it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, then the guys are going to continue to do it, and you're going to continue to wonder why. Right? You're going to continue to wonder, why are my guys, why are we giving up so many open baskets and so many open this, so many open that? So many open threes. Right? Because as a coach, you got to teach it. And you got to enforce it. All right? So, let's take a look. I'm going to show you a clip right now. The clip that I'm going to show you is of an open three-point shot by Luke Kennard. Or maybe it's not Luke Kennard, whoever it was. All right, I'm going to show you this open three-point. Yeah, I think it was Luke Kennard. Right? And he was wide open. And I'm going to show you why he was wide open. And it really is just about bad basketball principles. Bad basketball principles. Nothing else. All right? Most of the rotations were good. But the principles, the little principles were bad. Okay, so let's check this out. I'm going to run the playthrough first. And then I'll break it down. So let's look at this play. You're going to see Luke Kennard get a wide open three. Then we're going to talk about why. All right. You see the ball moving. Swings it to Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond finds Luke Kennard wide open in the corner. He misses it. Okay, let's bring this back and let's talk about why he missed that shot. All right. And okay, you see it again. He missed it. Now let's bring it back. Let's break it down. All right. We're going to break this down, and I want to get to the point, because for the most part, we played decent defense in this clip. All right. You see us? We're moving. We're helping. Double team. Okay, let's stop it right here. You can already see it. I hope you can see it. Maybe you can't. I'm going to show you. You see the ball, there was a double team up top. They got the ball down. Matter of fact, I'll bring it back so you can see the double team. All right. You see the double team up top on Tony Snell. Tony Snell was knocking down threes. They wanted to get the ball out of his hand. Maybe that was just the scheme that they came up with. All right. Tony Snell gets the ball to Andre Drummond. Now here is the rotation. And this is where communication comes in. And this is where just basketball IQ comes in. All right. So at this point here, the ball is coming. The ball is in the air. At this point is when we need to begin rotations. You see these two guys here getting jumbled up on this double team, right? Once the ball is in the air, really Mitch needs to start rotating back, because you see RJ Barrett left his man to come here. Frank Ntilikina is going to have to dive down here to stop this. Mitchell Robinson should be coming back here so that he can pick up on Andre Drummond so he can get back to his man. All right? He can come here, or if Julius Randle, knowing that Ntilikina has to come here, Julius Randle needs to have his eye on these two players to see where Andre Drummond may pass the ball. And then Mitchell Robinson could switch off to, the next rotation is going to depend on where Julius Randle would go to. All right, so this requires a lot of communication. If you're going to double team, you need a lot of communication to make sure that you get these things right. Let's move it forward. All right, so now Andre Drummond has the ball. Now look at this. Frank Ntilikina is coming here. Julius Randle has his back turned to Luke Kennard. He has his back turned to whoever this is here. I can't see who it is. He can't see what these guys are doing. These guys could run down the court and he wouldn't know. These guys could do backflips and he wouldn't know. These guys could sit there and throw $1,000 in the middle of the court and he wouldn't know, because his back is turned to both of them. And that's a problem. Right? Because there was no reason for Julius Randle to be in here. Frank Ntilikina was already rotating down here. Julius Randle should have been faced the other way. His back should have been towards the basket instead of towards the man. Julius Randle's back should have been towards the basket, right? And I was pointing at the wrong thing. You see Julius Randle here. You see these two guys wide open. Julius Randle's back should have been towards the basket and his eyes facing out this way so that he can see here, he can see here, and at the corner of his eye, he could see Andre Drummond. Okay? But instead, he has his back turned to both guys. And with his back turned to both guys, let's take a look at what happened. Back turn. And not only is his back turned, but he commits to the paint. Andre Drummond's not even looking to go to the paint. Right? And you can see Mitch Robinson, he's doing his job. He's on his way back down here to probably double team Andre Drummond. So there's no reason for Julius Randle to be here in the paint. Julius Randle's supposed to be over here looking at these guys. He gets lucky that Luke Kennard misses the shot. We go forward. We go forward. The ball gets swung to Luke Kennard. And now Julius Randle says, oh, I got to get out here. And he tries to get out there, but it's too late. He's not going to get there. Right? It's a good thing for us at that time that Luke Kennard missed the shot. All right? Then we get the rebound. That, ladies and gentlemen, is just bad basketball. Bad basketball principles. It's all Julius Randle had to do, and I'll bring it back out, is instead of committing to this middle, is stand out here. Julius Randle stand out here. And he would have been able to recover on Luke Kennard. The ball would have been swung here. Kevin Knox would have got it here. And then everybody would have been able to get back on their man. But that's the way it goes sometimes, man. Shouldn't go that way, but it does. Now let's go to the next clip. Because you're going to see some of the same things in this next clip. Just a little bit different. And a different culprit. All right, let's move the clip along. Let's see if I can move the clip along. No, I may have to. Well, I'll get back to the clip in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. All right. But see, those are basketball principles that, to me, David Fizdale has to teach those things. You know what I'm saying? And then enforce those things. And if guys aren't doing it, take them out the game. Right? Because I've seen the same exact issues last season. Bad rotations, not understanding where to be. All right, let's get to this next clip. All right, in this clip, the culprit is Kevin Knox. Right, Kevin Knox not being sure where to be in his rotation. All right, I'm going to let the clip play through, and then we'll take a look at it. All right, here you're going to see Luke Kennard again. Andre Drummond kicks it back out, the ball up at the top of the key. Luke Kennard comes off the screen. Again, another cross-court pass. A guy wide open from three. This time he knocks it down. All right, so let's bring it back and let's talk about how that came to be. Why he was able to knock it down. All right, let me get my laser pointer up here. All right, now let's get to it. So let's play it again so you can see it. Right? Because now you know what we're looking for and why he was wide open. Let's pause it right here because now is when you can really see it. All right. I see better position here. All right. You see, this is the way that Julius Randle should have been standing in that last clip. You see Bobby Portis, his back to the basket, looking forward. He can keep his head on a swivel. He can watch this guy. He can watch the ball. Kevin Knox the same way. He's looking at the ball, but he can see this guy. Right? He can keep his head on a swivel. But Kevin Knox is going to lose his position. All right, so let's move this. Let's move it forward just a little bit. All right, so you see Luke Kennard coming off the screen. And you see Andre Drummond rolling to the basket. Nothing is there, right? Nothing is there whatsoever. But now there's three people here. You got Bobby Portis guarding that middle. Bobby Portis really should be stepping up a little bit higher. He sees Andre Drummond coming to the basket. He should be stepped up a little bit higher. Why? Because he's the closest to him, and he knows that Andre Drummond is the only person that's rolling to the basket. He's got to trust that Kevin Knox is getting his guy that could be coming back door. So he's got to trust Kevin Knox. That's one of the big things about basketball is trust. Right? Trust. You got to have a lot of trust. So at this point, Bobby Portis should be here on Andre Drummond. Kevin Knox turned his back. That's a cardinal sin when you talk about help side defense. He turned his back to this guy, and whoever's up here, he turned his back to this guy. He can't see either one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, again, these are basketball principles. High school level, junior varsity level basketball principles. Right? To understand, you do not turn your back towards any man. Because these guys are going to move. I think I talked about it, a few months ago. These guys are always going to relocate. So you got to be able to see him. If you got your back turned, you can't see where they relocate to. He's got his hands up in the air. Now you see whoever it is, I think that's Luke Kennard. He finds him, right? Kevin Knox sees him making that pass. But unfortunately, it's too late. The ball gets in the air. Now Kevin Knox is, there's a guy over here. Let me get out there. He's got to get on him. It's too late. He's wide open from three. He's going to knock it down. But if Kevin Knox, instead of having his back turned, right, he came to the right position. He came to the right spot on the floor. But he needed to have his back towards the basket, looking forward. So now he can see that ball getting passed and he can get over there quickly. Right now, when that ball gets passed, he really doesn't know where it's going. That's just bad basketball fundamentals. I'm going to go ahead and let this thing play. And then there it goes. Bang. And he knocks it down. That's bad basketball fundamentals, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Those are things, I blame that on coaching. And we see this throughout the defense. Not only the switching, but bad rotations, not knowing where to rotate, when to rotate, who to rotate onto. Or sometimes, like I said, just those bad principles that allow guys to be wide open from three. And guess what? The Detroit Pistons shot 50% from three. And in that clip, those two clips that I showed, one was missed, one was made. They shot 50% even in these two clips. Right? They shot 50% tonight because they were left wide open above the arc. And then even when they were defended, once you get left wide open and you knock down a couple of shots, right? Now you feel it. You got your rhythm going. So now if someone's in your face, it don't matter because the hoop looks big. You know what I'm saying? It's feeling good coming off your fingertips. That's what happened tonight. That's what happened tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This defense, man. The defense is killing me. It really is. The defense is really killing me. I don't know. I don't really have much more to say about it. The defense is killing me. I want to get to the video chat. Talk to some guys. I didn't get to talk to Gizmo. Gizmo, I'm coming to you. All right, I'm coming to you in the video chat. I want to get your take on the game. All right, let me find out where he is. And, all right, Gizmo. Hold on 1 second. Let me get you unmuted. Go ahead, man. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, man. This team, man, defensively is trash. And I think that a lot of that is coaching, man. One thing, I don't want to hear no one complain about Frank again, bro. I don't want to hear no one complain about Frank. I'm not even talking about the points. The Pistons basically had to change their offense mid-game to get away from Frank. Frank put out a defensive clinic. Go watch how he played with his hips, bro. Go look how he played with his hips. Whenever he closed out, he bumped the guy a little bit just to throw him off the path when he's trying to drop to the basket and let him play. Mitch Robinson actually needs to learn how to play defense from Frank. Same thing with Randle in terms of you let the guy, once you are up on him, it's up to him to try to make it over you. Don't need to bump him anymore. You don't need to put any energy and meet him at the back. Let him try. Luke Kennard I think he had like 10, 12 points, whatever. But he really wasn't really cooking on Frank like that. Frank changed that whole, and they got away from Frank. That's one
Mm-hmm.
thing I'll say. Another thing I'll say, man, Julius Randle, I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know if Fizz has to do this, but our front court, they need to bring in a new assistant coach. All this stuff with being friends and Keith Smart, he could go. I don't know what the hell he's doing. They need a coach to teach these guys defensive positioning and defensive stancing. Defensive positioning, if you're in the right defensive position most of the time, you're going to intercept passes. You're going to basically eliminate 50% of bad shots. How many times do we see today where guys got open shots because one guy stupidly tried to double team as one guy's driving to the basket, even though his defender didn't need it, and they pass it out to somebody on the corner, on the wing, and they shot the open three. Too many times, and it's inconsistent. Some days I see good perimeter defense. Some days I see good lane defense, and other days it's like it just falls apart. For instance, the first half against the last game against the Celtics, good perimeter defense, good get on the boards, everything. Tonight it's like, nah, let's let guys like Markieff Morris kill us. And you have a bad game where a guy like Markieff Morris is killing you, and their best player is killing you as well. That's just bad all around. Like I said, if one of the guys like Marquise Morris is want to kill us, make sure Andre Drummond is not getting easy possessions near the basket. This guy's not shooting threes, so you know what he wants to do. Cut to the basket, pick and rolls, and post up. Like, I don't know what Fizzo's teaching these guys, but it's like, are you getting your team prepared to play for the team they're playing? I mean, we were talking about this in the chat in terms of the pick and roll defense, right? If I know I have a guy who can shoot off the pick and roll, right? Frank was doing this great tonight. And say they don't have a good center, right? Like when we played the Nets, right? They had Kyrie Irving and Jared Allen, whatever. And what did I say, Sim? I said force Jared Allen to make plays. And how many turnovers did he have when they try to pass him in the pick and roll? He was clumsy. Like, I don't know how. I want to say like maybe 5, but I saw it off my eyes, right? But it's like we don't do that for each team. We have a team. Kemba Walker, the game that we went to, Kemba Walker's coming around screens. Randle doesn't come up, and you know that he wants to shoot. And it's like Frank has to try to kind of cheat around, but they had guys who were picking them off, and Randle doesn't help out. Same thing tonight. It's like we don't. Our defensive ineptitude is not just on the talent of the players; it's also on the play. And it's like, okay, if Randle's not doing this, you talk about eat and kill the horse that you whatever that crap is called he wants to say, right? Why is Randle playing heavy minutes? Even though tonight in the first half he was terribly, he's good, he's efficient, he had a good first half offensively, but defensively he is terrible. So what is it, Sim? You punished Frank last year for not scoring. Fair enough. But he was playing defense, right? I know you got hurt. He was playing defense, right? This year you're doing the same thing early on, but now you're in a corner because you need point guards. You don't have point guards because DSJ is out and Elfrid Payne is out. So I wonder would you still be playing those guys heavy minutes despite the fact that Frank's defense is shifting the other team's offensive plans in the beginning of games? You know what I mean? So where's the meritocracy in all this, man? Randall's playing heavy minutes, but his defense is almost as bad as Kent, to the point that no matter what he gives you on offense, can't play him out there because his defense is that bad. It's killing us tonight. We shot well tonight. We shot what, 50-some% of field goal? I can't remember
I think 48%. 48%. Ended up being 48%. First half it was 51% or something in the first half.
That is beautiful. You should not be losing a game, bro. They shot 50% from 3, I believe, tonight, right? That is terrible. 40% from 3 is a really good game. 50% from 3 is, bruh, come on, man. So I'm just, look, again, Fizzo, to me, he's not the right coach to me. But at least on defense, you and this is Isaiah brought this out, right? A lot of these assistant coaches masquerade as good coaches when they're really not good coaches. And we got the worst of what we can get from the Miami Heat. Miami had Pat Riley, and they had Spoelstra, and of course we get the guy who's the PR guy. Because what I'm seeing, he's not teaching any defensive principles. You go watch those Miami Heat teams, at least from previous years.
And yeah.
Least they're going to give you good defense. I don't see any of that from Fizdale. I don't see any defensive principle being taught outside of individual players giving you defensive efforts. I love what I see in the backcourt with RJ and Frank, but our front court, Sim, and even when Mitchell Robinson was in these past few games, why is his defense regressing? Why? Because DJ is not there anymore. But you're the coach. You're supposed to be teaching these guys that. So overall, man, this guy Fizzo, he doesn't inspire people really to do much. I just think that they're just going through the motions, and you're letting Randle out there. And Sim, one thing I know you got other guys to talk to. One thing I agree with you 1,000%, and I was gonna say this before you said this. I'm really pissed you said this before I did. When you make Randle, right, just take quick decisions. That's when he's
Mhm.
most effective. When he scores most points. When he just drove to the basket, no, trying to ISO. He did do ISO once. He scored once, even though it was ugly. But for the most part, every time he had the ball and he got to the basket quick, or he made a quick decision. I know he hit like 2 3s tonight, or he was in a post and he didn't try to think too much. He was effective.
Yep.
That's what he needs to be. Stop trying
That's what he
to
needs to
make
do.
him this Jokic type of guy where he's, a century near at the foul line passing and doing it. Simplify it because he's not that type of player. And on defense, if he's not playing hard on defense, take him out the damn game, man.
Right.
You said eat what you kill. He's not killing enough on defense. He's killing us on defense. You know what I mean? So that's my rant.
I
I'm
feel
sorry
you, man.
about that.
How do you like, listen, Gizmo called me Einstein earlier today.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
He called me Einstein with the dual camera setup. You know what I mean? So I, feel good
I'm just
about.
saying it was cool, man. I was just I give you a little.
Now,
props.
how
You're
you
old
feel
school,
about it?
man.
How you feel about it, man? How's it working? I don't know if you had a chance to look at it. Guys
it's
in the
good, yeah.
YouTube
It
chat,
works.
tell me, how's it
It's good.
working? How do you like it? You know what I'm saying?
It's
You
good,
like
man.
being
We
able to
got
check
good
out both?
interaction from people in the chat too. So this is good, man.
Yep, there's a little chat going on, and there's a YouTube chat because it's basically like its own little separate video. So we're testing it out, man, and seeing how it works. Something I might, do every game. You know what I mean? Do every game if I can keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
You also need to do it in the afternoon too. Back like when you're doing it before in the afternoon, man. Like
I am. So
when
tomorrow,
you have time, obviously when you have time, but
yeah. So tomorrow when I do the game preview, I'm gonna do it in the afternoon. I've been doing it at night because I haven't been able to do it in the morning, in the afternoon. But I'm gonna do it tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon we're gonna have a game preview like 2:00, something like that, 1:30 or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, but let me get to some other guys in the chat. I see Nate, has something that he wants to say. So let me get to Nate, see what Nate's talking about. You guys continue to have those conversations, man. And I'm going to get back. Well, actually, let me get to Isaiah first since he just got in here. All right. Isaiah, what's good with you, brother? Isaiah, are you gonna talk or are you gonna show us them crusty braids? Talk to me, man. What's up?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Sam, I don't even know what to say anymore, man, about the Knicks and the lack of coaching, the lack of defense, the fact that we let the Pistons shoot 50% from three is just. If you're a team, you should. If you have any pride inside yourselves, you should feel disgusted of the fact that you let a team that is not known for shooting threes shoot 50% from three. I mean, first of all, shout out to Frank and RJ. I think those two.
They did come into the game. They came into the game shooting 38% from three, which is decent.
Yeah, but still, Sam, to shoot 50%?
Exactly,
that's insane.
Right. But look, I just showed you why. I don't know if you got a chance to see the breakdown. I just showed you why in the breakdown, man.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it, but listen, back what Gamble was saying, and I've said this before in the chat, and I think the biggest thing that is disappointing with David Fizdale since he's gotten here was that he didn't bring the Miami style of basketball, of what Pat Riley established and what Eric Spoelstra established in Miami. I thought he would bring that over here, but it's like, it's just, I just don't see it from this guy, man. This guy doesn't, I feel like he doesn't hold the players accountable when it comes to certain things. I mean, I said it yesterday, Sim. This game was tailor-made for Alonzo to come into the game and do what he does best, and he still didn't play. I don't understand this. We know also too, Sim, it's the fact that we're not shooting good. We're not a good shooting team. Why are you still holding Dotson, who can shoot out? Why are you, not playing Zoe? It's confusing to me, man. It's like I don't understand it. I mean, we got Randle playing point forward, which it just is not going to work.
Well, he didn't play much point forward today. Randle didn't play much. I don't think he played point forward at all today. Right? They put him back in his natural spot. Let me ask you this. Mitchell Robinson may be out. Well, actually, I want you to listen here. We're going to listen to Coach Fizdale first. All right? and then I want you to respond to what you hear from Coach Fizdale in regards to Mitchell Robinson. You got me there? Are you following what I'm saying? So you're still going to be live, so don't start saying a whole bunch of whatever. Are you following what I'm saying? Because I know
I got you, Pops. I got you.
I know sometimes you have a hard time comprehending certain things.
Hey, listen, man. The man fun's not here no more. We good.
So I just want to make sure that you understand what I'm saying, because sometimes you have a hard time comprehending some of those things.
I've been coaching,
so let's take a listen to David Fizdale right now talking about Mitchell Robinson and how he, missing Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, of course, went out in the first half with a I guess, symptoms of a concussion. And as far as I'm concerned, if you got symptoms right now, then you probably have a concussion. You know what I mean? So let's take a listen to David Fizdale, ladies and gentlemen.
To the game, and obviously he's
let me rewind that for you. There
Coach,
you go.
Obviously difficult to lose Mitchell Robinson in this game. I mean, when you lose him so early.
Of course, now it wants to buffer. We'll get back to it when it's done buffering. But like I said, Mitchell Robinson, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can get to it now. Let's go.
Because he had a great start.
Here we go.
Coach, obviously difficult to lose Mitchell.
Well, doesn't want to work for me.
Robinson in this game. I mean, when you lose him so early on, what kind of impact does that have?
Oh, it was huge because he had a great start to the game, and obviously he's our best defensive big, and not having him against Drummond was a big blow.
And, when you take a look at this game, it was a game of runs, but then, with that flagrant on Julius Randle, that turns into a 6-point swing. Detroit goes up 8. How hard is it to come back from that scenario, especially when you're down a guy?
That's a tough one. It's tough to weather a 6-point play. That's actually the first time I've ever seen that since I've been coaching. So, but, we made a lot of mistakes defensively, but these are things that we can correct.
Okay. And listen, it probably are things that you can correct. Before we get into everything that Fizdale was talking about, Isaiah, wake up.
Coach, obviously difficult to lose Mitchell Robinson.
I want you to talk to me about losing Mitchell Robinson, and if we have to lose Mitchell Robinson for a period of time, it could be a week. What are we going to do if we have to lose Mitchell Robinson for a week?
Man, if we lose Mitchell for a week, man, Sim, I really don't know. I mean, I guess it's better to lose him now in a softer schedule versus in the harder schedule.
A softer schedule?
Well, I know, Sim. I know.
We're supposed to be in a soft schedule, and we've already lost 2.
Yeah, listen. Either way, if we would have lost, we're gonna lose. Our defense just can't stop anybody. You're talking about giving up 118 points to the Pistons, and they don't have 3 key players. This is gonna be a rough start. This is gonna be a rough patch. I don't see the Knicks really winning any games. I really don't know, Sim.
I don't know.
To fill in the roles for Mitchell Robinson, but it would be asking too much from these players because Portis and Randle, well, that's just god awful. There's nothing really we can do, man. As right now, we can't have anybody. I feel like we can't swift nobody unless we put Tyler Gibson at center, and that's not going to work. So I guess we got to weather the storm.
We'll see, man. Nate, I'm coming to you, Nate. Go ahead, Nate.
Hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. A little bit low, but I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm driving. Sorry. So here's what I think could maybe help our defense get better. So I'm going to give you the example of D'Antoni. D'Antoni's never been known as a defensive coach ever in his whole career. So what does he do? He gets a guy like Dave Bizdelik kind of coach the defense, and kind of install whatever philosophies are. And of course, D'Antoni runs the offense. I don't know if Fizdale is prideful enough to do something like that, but I think it's something worth considering. And I'm going to get shot down by the chat for saying this name, but why not a Tom Thibodeau? Bring him in as an assistant coach the defense. I promise you, our defense would be a hell of a lot better if Tibbs had his hands on this team as far as the defensive schematics.
But Thibodeau has his cake and he's eating it too out there in Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Is he still
Right.
on the Minnesota staff?
I believe he is, isn't he?
I don't know. I'm asking you. I
I believe
thought
so.
Saunders was the head coach. Well, anyways, the point what I'm trying to say is Fizdale has got to get a coach that knows defense. Because let's be honest, everybody on this staff, Caleb, Bushler, Smart, none of those guys know any defense apparently. Because we don't see an improvement on the defensive side.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. Tom Thibodeau was fired.
Yeah, he's fired. Yeah, so he's out there, man. I'm just saying, listen. It's like Guillermo was saying. If it's not all the players' fault, it's the coaches, the schematics, the scheme. And it's obvious Fizdale does not have a knack for that. So why not go out and get a defensive-minded kind of coach to help you, install stuff? I mean, like I said, D'Antoni did it with Bizelik, and it was successful. I mean, they didn't win a championship, but the Rockets at times played really good defense because of Bizelik. I just think when you have a coach that doesn't know defense and you have a staff that doesn't know defense, they can preach all they want. You're going to see the same result, a bad defense. And you can't go out and fire the coach because we've already paid enough coaches as is. So why not go out and get a defensive assistant that knows defense, that specializes in defense, like a Thibodeau? I think that would be a great move if Fizdale would be open to it because they need help bad.
If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna do that, then you probably got to go get an offensive coach as well because we're struggling with finding a way to really make. Listen, we had a very good first half and we still only scored 102 points. We shot 48% from the field. We shot well from three. We still only scored 102 points. So I don't know.
But any sport will tell you if you have a solid, good defense, you're always going to be in games. Look at the Bulls when they were coached by Thibodeau. They were horrible on offense, but they were stellar on defense, and they were always in games.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a good defensive team than a great offensive team. Because offense can go awry all the time.
I hear you. All right, so tell me this. Talk to me about this, man. Talk to me about this. We play the Mavericks Friday.
Woo.
What's that game look like?
Oh, man, it's going to be juiced up. I guarantee that KP is going to be ready to go off crazy, him and Tim Hardaway. It's going to be a gut check for the Knicks in every aspect because they're on the down spiral. Dallas is actually playing good. The KP rumors or trade thing is going to come up. Who got the better end of the trade? New York is going to have to really just tune out all the noise and go play. Like I said, this probably was the lowest point of the season so far for the Knicks. Beating Dallas on KP night could be the highest point of the season or one of the highest points and could catapult this into a turnaround. So, you talked about this being a must-win. I'll tell you what, man. Knicks got to come out, balls out on the freaking Mavericks. They got to unleash hell on these Mavericks and win this game. Because if they get their butts blown out, oh, my God. New York Post, everybody who hates the Knicks is going to be blowing up about did they make the right move? Did we lose that trade? All this stuff. It's going to be catastrophic. And it's not good early on in the season. You don't want to see something like that, but they got to play their best game, man. That's just the reality. They got to find a way to contain Luka in any aspect. I would probably put Frank on Luka almost the whole game. He did a good job of shutting down Kennard, but it's going to be hard because Luka is so crafty. And KP, I don't know if they have anybody to really body of KP. I guess Marcus Morris is going to have to be up there and be like the guy that's going to be enforcer, because everybody knows KP can get riled up when you got a guy either small or big that roughs him up and all that stuff. So it's going to be tough, man. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hear you. Do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button for me, please. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell. You'll be notified anytime I go live or drop a video. So make sure you hit that like button right now. Smash that like button. Hit the like button. I want to talk to you about the Mavericks. I want to find out from you guys. I'm going to come to Beanie because I haven't spoke to Beanie yet. I'm going to come to Beanie. I want to talk to you, man. What do you think about the Mavericks? I'm coming to you in just a second, though. All right. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and check out that. Check out the video chat. Check out the other stream that's going on at the same time. We got a second camera happening where you can check out the live stream. You can check out the video chat and hear what they're talking about. So if you're on a laptop or if you're on a computer, you can check that out right now. All right. Beanie, I'm coming to you, bro. Beanie, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Chilling.
What do you think, man?
Trying to make sense of what's going on, man.
Yeah, I feel you. I know, man. Dallas, what do you think? What do we got to do? What are we looking at, man, with Dallas?
Our front court sucks, man. I ain't gonna lie about it. And with Mitchell out, overall, I don't think we have enough up front. Again, because that's where we're weakest at defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're weakest at defense. Looking at it, and just looking at it realistically, man, Randle doesn't play defense. Pair him in the backcourt with Mitchell. That's pretty much what we wanted to do because Mitchell would, he would come up, he would actually play some defense. Randle would give us the score because Mitchell isn't there yet. Now Mitchell is out. We got to go to Dallas. KP's gonna go off, and I don't know. I don't think Timmy's gonna do anything because overall our guard defense is pretty good. We got Frank up there. He gonna do what he's doing, and RJ's a good defender as well.
Yeah. KP is gonna be motivated. Right, you already know that. KP is going to be super motivated for this game. Between now and Friday, is going to be all kinds of hype about the game. You know what I'm saying? Between New York and Dallas, going to be all kinds of hype throughout the game. I don't know.
We gotta be realistic about it. As fans, as Knicks fans, we gotta be realistic about it. Overall, KP didn't want to be here. It is what it is. We can't say we actually lost the trade yet because we do have those 2 first-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dennis Smith is not living up to his potential, but overall, he only played in a handful of games so far. So we really don't know. Didn't want to give him up, but he didn't want to be here. So what else can we do but move on?
Right. And look, like you said, a lot of people are going to, talk about the trade and, that we lost the trade and all that good stuff, right? We lost the trade because Dennis Smith Jr. isn't doing well, because we didn't get KD, because we didn't get Kyrie, and really, if you think about it, you got to see where Dennis Smith Jr. turns out to be. The hope was that Dennis Smith Jr. was really going to take a step forward this year. We got to see, what's going to happen with Dennis Smith Jr. The cap space. What would have happened with KP? You probably would have signed KP for $30 million like he signed in Dallas. If all went well and you kept KP, you would have signed him for $30 million. For however many years they signed him for. Maybe it was 4 years. So obviously you wouldn't have the cap space that you have now. But you still got to put something in that cap space. You got to be able to use that cap space. You're not going to know until probably 2021 if it really comes into fruition, since we didn't get the people that we didn't get the players that most people wanted to get this year. It's going to take a while to figure out if it was worth it, if it wasn't worth it, whatever it was. But still, KP didn't want to be here anymore. So what else could you have done? I don't buy, people say that the Knicks could have worked it out. I really don't think the Knicks could have worked that out. I don't know. But Mark, I'm going to come to you, Mark, because I know KP is your boy, right? I know KP is your boy. So I want to know.
Yo.
Yeah, I want to know, what are you feeling about this game? KP is your boy. Yep, I can hear you. KP is your boy. We played Dallas. I need you to get a little bit closer to your mic, though. All right. What's your take on the game, man? What's going to happen?
All I'm saying, if that pick and roll defense don't look good, I'm telling you right now, Doncic does whatever he wants. There's nothing he can't do on that floor. So he's gonna be the problem of the game. So if we don't guard that pick and roll efficiently against Dallas, because against Dallas run all types of sets that bro, they just got Rick Carlisle, man. He just know how to get his players. Just look at their roster. They have Steph Curry starting at start. Steph Curry. Tim Hardaway's not even starting. They have Steph Curry and Brunson at the point guard. And then they three man is some wing guy. I don't even know. They're playing with a whole bunch of unknown players that have to play for a spot right now. The only two bona fide guys they got is KP and Luka. The rest are just like complete people trying to find their way in the league. And they're scoring with other teams. Like I said, bro, our pick and roll defense, because you can't allow Doncic to get in pick and roll because he gets to anywhere on the floor he wants, and then he knows he's good. Like, that's one thing when you watch him. It's to a point he can score on anybody he wants. Like, he can just do anything on the floor. So if we can't stop him, we're gonna get blown out, basically. So that's one of the things that's gonna bother me is the pick and roll defense. And if we can't do that, it's over. Simple.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Right now, Kristaps Porzingis is averaging 19 points per game. He's averaging 19 points and 8.1 rebounds for the Dallas Mavericks. He's doing it on 41% shooting.
Yeah,
at the moment.
Yeah, he getting like when you watch him, because he didn't play 20 months, he's getting acclimated to the speed. Because when you watch him, you can tell that he don't play with the reckless abandon anymore. He's not running up the court like how he used to run up the court with us. More figuring it out right now, and Doncic got the ball most of the time, so he's not getting the shots that he need to get in his spot. So he has good games, and he has games where it's like there, but his offense ain't there, but he's there defensively. Tonight they was playing just now. He did some things on defense that he's good at.
Okay.
So it's not just if he has a bad game scoring, that he still can impact the game defensively. But you have to worry about Luka, because Luka's the one that's putting damage, and their bench is good.
Right.
Luke Carlisle could just coach. He could just coach. Period.
Right. Yeah, obviously. Kristaps Porzingis, like I said, is averaging 19 points, 8.1 rebounds, 2 assists, 2.3 blocks, shooting 41.2% from the field, and he's shooting 36.4% from the three-point line. That's what Kristaps Porzingis is doing right now. Obviously, the Knicks will play the Dallas Mavericks on Friday. Go ahead.
How many minutes he playing? Because I don't think he plays he don't play. I think he only played like 28 minutes.
Now he's getting 32.6 minutes per game.
32? Okay. Because the way they be substituting him out, I be thinking he get less minutes, but that's good minutes for him.
Yep. Luka Doncic right now, he plays 36 minutes per game, and Luka Doncic is averaging 26.7 points per game, 9.9 rebounds, and 9.1 assists per game. That's what
It's
Luka is
easy
doing right
26.
now.
It's
Huh?
an easy 26. Like he don't like when you watch him, he don't work hard for 26. Like it just comes to him, bro.
Yo,
Like I've never seen a European player play with such
Luka is killing it.
confidence.
Almost averaging a triple-double while shooting 46.6% from the
It
field.
was so bad. That night he won against the Lakers, LeBron didn't want to guard him. If you go watch that Lakers game again, every play Doncic was going after LeBron, and at every end, LeBron was going away from him. LeBron didn't want nothing of him. He is that good.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Yeah. Yeah, he's shooting 46.6% from the field, 32.8% from three.
He's looking better than Bron in his first 2 years. That good. He's having a better. He had his rookie year is right there with Bron, but his second year, if like this, is better than LeBron's, and especially if he's getting his team to the playoffs in the second year, better than LeBron. Like his trajectory is just it's endless. It's endless.
Yep,
with that kid.
he's killing. He's killing. The Dallas Mavericks, they won tonight. They are now 5-2 on the season. They beat the Orlando Magic 107-106. The Mavericks are shooting 100. They're scoring 115.3 points per game. They're giving up 111.3 points per game.
Look at their roster.
Yeah. So the Knicks are in for something playing the Mavs, man. The Mavs are a good team right now. They're trying to, they want to get into the playoffs. We'll see if Luka Doncic and KP can lead these guys to the playoffs. But right now, like I said, they're 5-2. They score 115.3 points per game. They give up 111.3. They average 48 rebounds per game, 24.7 assists per game. They're on a 2-game win streak. The Knicks play the Mavericks Friday at 8:30 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. Gonna see what it's all about. Yep, I can hear you.
I said it's like the way their offense is. Porzingis don't even have to average 25 points. He could average 20 for the rest of his career, like Tim Duncan did. But as long as they have a 1-2 punch, like they do right now, oh my God! All you gotta do is just put pieces around them. All you gotta do is put pieces around them. Two just gotta stay healthy. Because Luka is an injury away too. He like when he get hurt, he get hurt bad because he's not built like to think like he don't have that built to sustain like athletic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as long as those two play together the way they play together, and again, Porzingis is just getting back into NBA shape and NBA speed. So he's been looking good and bad. He had his bad games and he had his good game. So it's just
Nisa H. Hold on 1 minute, Mark. Nisa H. You said how do we defend against Luka and KP together? It's gonna be a tough task to defend both of those guys together. The one thing. So here's gonna be the issue: guarding the 3-point line, right? Because KP is shooting, whatever he's shooting 36% from three. Luka can knock down the three. They run a screen and roll together. KP likes to pop. He doesn't really roll to the basket. He likes to pop out to that 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? So we got to figure out how we're going to defend him popping out to that 3-point line. Who's going to play defense on him? He's 7'3", right? Who's going to be playing defense on him? Is it going to be Bobby Portis? Look, it might not be the matchup if Bobby Portis starts or Taj Gibson, whichever one of those guys start at center. It may not be as bad as you think because KP isn't. He's not really, at least, I haven't seen him play for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But, he's usually not taking guys off the dribble, doing those type of things. He's not a crazy post-up guy. You know what I mean? No. So he's going to be a guy that's shooting jumpers. So it may be a good matchup for someone like Bobby Portis or Taj Gibson when you're talking about KP. Now, who's going to stop Luka Doncic? That's going to be the issue. Who's guarding Luka? Is it going to be R.J. Barrett? Guarding Luka? Frank Ntilikina? Who's guarding Luka, and how do you deal with Luka coming off that screen, right? Because he's averaging nine assists per game. You know what I'm saying? He can go to the basket. He can shoot the mid-range. He can shoot the three. You know what I'm saying? How do you guard him coming off the three? And he's obviously has a high basketball IQ. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be the bigger issue, guarding Luka coming off that screen. You know what I mean? And making him make tough decisions. And then everybody else, you seen tonight, as I broke down some of that video, how the rotations a lot of times aren't good. You know what I'm saying? And we have some bad basketball principles on the defensive end. Our rotation is going to have to be on point. Our communication is going to have to be on point if we expect to defend Luka and KP together. You know, that's just is how it is. Those guys are going to have to be, you know, you're going to have to be on point with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to be on point. Let me see. Guillermo, I'm going to come to you, man. I want to know what you think about this game tomorrow night.
I think we're going to get carved up, Sim.
Not tomorrow night, but Friday night.
I think we're going to get carved up, Sim. I think defensively we're just so inept that, you know, whether it's Luka, I mean, I think it's going to be a few dirty fouls, but, you know, we think that that's toughness in defense. I think that they're going to use a pick and roll. They're definitely going to use a pick and pop. They're going to have KP move around. KP probably is moving around way more than anybody in our front court. Our offense is so stagnant and trash. But anyway, yeah, that team is humming right now. They have chemistry. Luka Doncic is basically he's basically their X factor, right? He's a guy who's pushing the ball, can shoot, can do everything. And then, you know, in this league where you really can't defend, you know, I mean, it is what it is. But, you know, right now I just don't see the defensive. I don't really see defensive chops on Fizdale's part to play against it. They're going to play the pick and roll. Is going to carve us apart. They're going to have guys that are going to react too late, i.e. Randle, i.e. Portis. And I think Mitch, I don't know if is he going through concussion protocol because he said he was dazed out. And
yeah, so I'm thinking he's probably going through a concussion protocol, you know.
Right. And it's going to be our same offense where if we don't have us, like I said, if we don't have one or two superlative players who having like ridiculous games, you know, it's like the law of diminishing returns where guys are gonna keep driving to the basket. We don't have a front court that can get us offensive rebounds. So it's gonna be guys trying to drive to the basket. They're gonna miss shots, not necessarily bad shots, just might not go the right way. They're gonna get rebound, going fast breaks, and just drive us out the gym because we don't have. Our team right now, we're just off. It's an off-balance team, man. No offensive rebound and no toughness on the boards. You know, even when Mitchell Robinson's in there, why the hell is Mitchell Robinson trying to rebound and three guys are swarming on him, but then Randall's nowhere to be found? Randall should actually be the guy to be. He should be the Draymond crashing and getting the rebounds. If everybody's focused on Mitch, he should be crashing the boards, and we just don't have that. So I mean, I expect a loss. You know, this probably gonna be a technical foul to just say, you know, F you KP. You know, KP's going to be feeling himself, but again, KP gets tired by the second half of the year, so I'm not really worried about him winning an MVP or, you know, a championship. He is what he is. He's a Doja, but you know, I feel Luka Doncic is going to have a good game, and you know, it's going to be another game that exposes Fizz because Fizz is just not a good coach.
Yeah, it probably is going to be another game that exposes Fizz, and you know, listen,
did Trier play tonight?
And he played in garbage time. You know,
nice.
We're getting down to the point, man. We're getting down to the point where we're supposed to be in a soft part of our schedule. And obviously for us, it's not.
There's nothing soft about any of our schedule. We are soft. Teams look at the Knicks and say, we could beat them. Because you know why? Also, this guy, Fizdale probably had, I don't know, 80% of the NBA come and talk to his play. Like, Fizdale he's a groupie. In terms of he likes to be buddy.
But listen, right?
Come on, bro.
Well, you know, this is supposed to be a soft part of our schedule. We're already not doing well. And then we get to the tough part of our schedule.
And what's that? That should be every game, Tim.
I know, yeah, but still, you're still playing teams that are going to be better than other teams. And when I say the tough part of our schedule, I mean we're playing teams that were in the playoffs last year. Back to like 13 straight games of teams that were in the playoffs last year and expect to make the playoffs this year, except for Golden State. Golden State doesn't expect it, you know, based on everything that's going with Golden State. But you know, you're talking like, yeah, in this stretch coming up in November, you know, we start mid-November. We got a stretch where we play like 11 straight playoff teams.
Oh, nice. How much you want to bet we lose a Golden State?
Okay. So you know, that's going to be tough for us. You know, we could be looking at, if we don't start to put together some wins, we could be looking at 1-20 something. 1-20, 1-21. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about it.
Wait, Sim. Are we literally saying that our team this year is worse than the team last year?
Listen,
we're getting to that, Sim. That means you need to be fired. Because if you
We
got
are
better
getting to
talent on
that.
this team, you know how to use them, and you're
Listen.
worse than the team when you were tanking, you need to be fired, Sim. I'm sorry, Fizdale. You're looking at all these games that we're going to play, right, Sim? Can you tell me outside of somebody having a monster game like Portis against Chicago when he had that monster or not monster game, tell me out of all these teams that we're playing, what do you see Fizdale changing? Okay, even with this game tonight, did you see Fizdale change anything that you haven't seen from the previous games?
I seen him take Julius Randle off the ball and not use him as a point forward.
Right.
Right. Which is why offensively he had a better game tonight, in my opinion.
Yeah, he had a really good game, especially in the first half. Second half kind of faded away.
Right. I seen him do that. Other than that, I did see there was the one play that was a really, really nice play. It was in the first half. It was with Frank Ntilikina, Wayne Ellington, Taj Gibson, Bobby Portis. And it ended with a Taj Gibson dunk. Really, really nice play. We need more of that. It was really good. I showed the clip. If you go back in the if you go back in the stream, you'll be able to see the clip. It was really, really good play. We need more of that.
No, that's nice. That's nice. I don't disagree. I agree with you. Especially with the Randall thing. Like I said, you take the ball out of his hands, just have him react. That works. But a lot of stuff is coming too slow. And then the defense is just pissed poor.
No, you're right. You're right.
A team should be shooting 50%. That's focus.
Yeah.
That's if Marcus Morris is not playing good, take him out. It's like you're scared to take him out. Why? Because Marcus Morris is ugly and he looks scary. Like take him out the game, bro. If he's not playing well, take him out the game. Randall's not playing well, take him out the game. Porter's not playing well, take these guys out the game, man. And putting guys like I don't know why Trey's not playing. It has to be a disciplinary issue. But the other night he said, "Oh, Trey scores," and it's like what is it, man?
Honestly, I don't think it's a disciplinary issue. We'll see. Kareem, I just want to find out from you, man. What do you think about the game against Dallas?
The game that just happened, or the upcoming game?
Dallas game.
I would like to first and foremost say this, and I stand with it. I hope KP tears his other ACL. Yeah, I said it.
Oh man,
I'm petty. Can we edit that out?
No, we can't. It's a done deal. It's out there.
Me. I'm not part of the show. I'm just here. My name is unknown.
It's out there. It's a done deal.
And I don't know, man. I'm seriously like I'm going to seek some medical psychiatric help because I'm going through a deep depression between the Knicks and the Giants.
Oh man,
you feel me? I think I need some therapy.
I'll feel you on that one. The Giants, the Knicks.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. The Mets suck, bro. Stop. Don't do that.
But yo,
you almost said F the Yankees. But honestly,
but listen, what happens this game, man?
I don't know, man. If we can't get to the defender 3-point line, it's going to be a long game. You know, KP's doing that pick and pop. You know, we can't stop that. It's going to be a long game. Hopefully Mitch is back. But it don't look like that, man.
I don't think so.
Especially with concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Not with
that. I don't think so.
Yeah, he'll be out for a while. But like I said before, Sim, this roster needs to expand itself. Like Fizdale needs to expand the roster. We can't play 8 people. It's impossible. We're already shorthanded. That is too short of a rotation to have the players that you have out.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
And even if these players weren't out of commission, our strength is depth. We talked about being a deep team. You have to play more than 8 people. You have to play more than an 8-man rotation. Come on, man. This is not Mike D'Antoni. This is why you acting like Mike D'Antoni right now.
Yeah, I feel
like,
you.
what's going on?
You. Yeah. I haven't spoke. Is this guy Ali? Is he here? Is he talking?
Yeah, he said. Yeah, he's speaking right now. Yeah, he's
okay. Because I haven't been able to see him. You know what I mean? Ali, I'm gonna unmute you. Tell me what you think about this Mavericks game, man.
20 points blowout.
A 20-point loss?
Yeah. KP 40 points.
KP 40 points.
Yeah.
We'll see, man. I don't know. We'll see. He said KP 40 points, 20-point loss. Hey, listen, it could very well be a 20-point loss. Let me tell you, we just lost by 20 to the Pistons, who had a depleted roster. You know what I'm saying?
Dallas gonna beat us by 40.
And they might. They're
gonna beat us by 40.
Tough, man. Tough. Well, yo, man,
They're
I'm
gonna
gonna
beat us by 80 points.
Yo, I'm about to get up out of here, fellas, man. About to get up out of here.
I don't take back what I said about KP.
You gotta take that back. You can't hope for him to tear his ACL. Dang, that's cold-hearted, man. That's cold-blooded.
Right, hey, Sam, look, I don't care, man. This is blasphemous. We need to start. I'm about to start losing my top like Mark. Stop, man.
I feel you, bro.
Here, depressed.
I hear you, man.
But Sam, look, check this out, though. I still like KP. I don't dislike KP.
I know.
If we don't win a game within the next 5 games, Fizdale got to send us some flakes of the Tasha.
Some what?
He got to send us pictures of his wife. If we don't win in the next 5 to 6 games.
This dude be wild.
Put pressure on him. Put pressure on him. I guarantee they start winning.
Yeah, right? They start winning then, right?
Doc is pay or something. They're going to start winning.
Yeah.
Your condo's under foreclosure.
You know what I'm saying? They start winning real quick.
Yeah, everybody. Fizdale will suit up himself. He be in the rotation. Fizdale's in the rotation today. What's the name of that guy that commentated? He usually covers.
Mike Breen.
Nah, not Mike Breen. The other guy with like the hairpiece. He's like a little chubby, but like we rarely see him. He got like a distinguishable voice too.
I'm not sure. I had him.
Coach Fizdale's in the starting rotation.
Yo, let me get up out of here, man.
He's in the rotation. He said we got to send pictures. He's in the rotation.
Yo, Kareem tripping, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, I am gonna be on tomorrow night, folks. I mean, I'm not tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon, 1:30, I'm gonna be on for about an hour as we break down the Knicks and the Mavericks. Of course, all the drama in between. It should be a fun show. About 1:30 p.m. I'm not gonna be able to get on tomorrow night because I'll be on travel again, so I'll be 1:30 in the afternoon. I'll be on. I don't know if I do get a chance to get on. I might get on just for a hot second, and do some kind of a show, some kind of a KP show tomorrow night if I get a chance to. We'll see, but I'll definitely be on tomorrow at 1:30. Also, I want you to look out for tomorrow morning when you wake up or sometime in the morning. There'll be a recap of the game, and it'll, hopefully it'll have some interviews from Coach Fizdale, maybe some other players, and it'll just be a, video of the guys playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting those out after every game, so, pay attention to that as well. So if you missed the game, you didn't get a chance to see the game, you'll be able to see the recap. I'm sure you've seen it in other places, but you'll be able to see it here now as well. All right? For those who don't know, we had 2 screens going tonight. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed those 2 screens. Tomorrow when I probably won't do the 2 screens tomorrow when I do the game preview. We'll see. I don't know. But Friday night after the game, be 2 screens again. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm out, ladies and gentlemen. I will catch y'all tomorrow at 1:30. Look for the notification. One last time before we get out of here, please smash that like button. There's still over 300 people in here. So I'd like to have over 300 likes. I should have over 300 likes. Unless you don't like it, then don't hit it. But if you like it, hit me with that thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with that thumbs up. Keep the video bumping. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to head up out of here. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 1:30. Please make sure you look for the notification because it should be coming sometime tonight. I'm out. Peace.